Number 1, Brett Foss.
Good afternoon and welcome to Clark Gay Field in Decatur, Mississippi. Stars will be taking on St. Charles Cougars once again. On the mound will be Brett Foss. He'll be getting the start here. And behind him in the field, behind home plate, will be catcher Gavin Murphy. At third base will be Gabe Kutencooler. At shortstop will be Alex Showalter, Chase Irby at second base, and Bo Kutencooler at first base. In the outfield from left to right will be Ty Simonelli, Kyle Tolley, and in right field getting the start will be Tanner Powell. And Stars 0-2 in yesterday's ball games between St. Charles and East Central. And this is going to be the only game played today. Will be a 9-inning game. And the same rules as yesterday will be applied as far as run rules. 10 runs after 5, 8 after 7. And we'll take a quick break before we get set to start once again. Leading off for St. Charles will be number 6, left-hander.
Leading off for St. Charles, number 6, second baseman Connor Earlywine.
Foss getting his second start of the season. Stars so far 5-4 on the year. They dropped their last series to Bossier Parish 1-2. And first pitch fastball that time is high, ball 1. Yeah, we're going to have time called. And I believe it's supposed to count as an offensive timeout, but it looks like it won't this time. That fastball knee high taken for a strike. Evens the count. 1-1 now. And this one is swung on, fouled at home plate and off the batter's leg. In the previous game yesterday between St. Charles and the Stars, this batter was 0 for 2 with 2 walks. And he's in a 1-2 count. And change up low and in the dirt, held off on, and that'll even the count once again at 2 apiece. And the slider that time from Foss swung on, foul tip. And things will stay put at 2-2. And fastball high and away that time, swung on and fouled down the third baseline and out of play. Still a 2-2 count. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And the slider that time lined and foul down the third baseline. Still a 2-2 count for Foss on the mound. And changeup that time stays out on him. And he knows he missed a good opportunity. It's full count now, 3-2. Fastball grounded to the second baseman. Irby, the throw to first is in time. And that will be the first out here in this one. A 4-3 ground out.
Now batting for St. Charles, shortstop, number 2, Ethan Edinger.
So 1 out here in the top of the first. And first pitch, cutter that time does not get the call, a little bit outside, 1-0. Another pitch outside, low that time, 2-0. This one back up the middle. Showalter has it on the dive at short, and the throw to first is in time. A great play by Showalter, ranging to his left. We'll get the ground out, 6-3.
Now stepping to the plate for St. Charles, third baseman, number 12, Nick Beach.
And in yesterday's game against the Stars was 2 for 4 with a home run. 2 outs already here in the first. And that fastball catches the up and away corner, 0-1. Another fastball. This one grounded to the third baseman. Kutencooler has it. The throw to first is offline and a little up the line. And he will be safe at first base.
Now batting for St. Charles, number 5, center fielder, Aiden Heberly.
So that'll bring in the cleanup hitter for the Cougars. 2 outs and a runner on first. And slider that time, right down the middle, taken for a strike, 0-1. And pick to first, the batter, or the runner rather, dives back and is in time. He'll be safe. And it looked like a little bit of a two-seam that time, swung on and missed. 0-2 now. And the slider swung on and missed as the batter pokes his bat out there and hopes for the best. 0-2. And high fastball, eye level, taken for a ball. 1-2 the count now from Foss on the mound. And cutter that time does not get the outside call. 2-2. And we're gonna have time called. And they're going to say that a balk was called. I believe they're going to say that he didn't pause. And fastball low that time. I believe it'll be a 3-2 count. And slider grounded foul. Full count once again. And runner takes off for third. This one lined into right center. Powell ranging back. And it's going to land in the warning track. Tolley has it. The throw in is not in time, and it will be an RBI double here in the top of the first.
Now batting for St. Charles, Catcher, number 1, Grant Hubner.
So number 1 will step in, a runner on second base, 2 outs. And the pick to second, he's halfway to third, and Irby drops the ball in the exchange, and he'll be safe at third base. And Foss had him dead to rights at second base. So a runner at third, 2 outs. And high fastball, ball 1. And this one's lined into center field. Tolley barely has to move as it's right at him, and that will be the third out. So the score 1-0 Cougars after the top of the first, and we'll be right back. Leading things off for the Stars here will be Gabe Kutencooler. He had a pretty good game against St. Charles yesterday. And first pitch, fastball, catches his zone. 0-1. 0-2 now. And they're giving a lot on the outside of the plate now. 0-2. And the backdoor breaking ball too far outside that time, 1-2. And another backdoor breaking ball, this one low and in the dirt, 2-2 now for Kutencooler. So back-to-back breaking balls, and likely to get something he's got a little bit more of a feel for. And a high fastball that time. And a full count now for Kutencooler after going down 0-2 to start the AB. And this fastball turned over to the shortstop. And the throw to first is high, but he will make the grab for the first out. 6-3 ground out.
Left fielder, number 2, Ty Seminelli.
And Simonelli strikes out on the curveball for the second out.
Now batting for the Stars, right fielder, number 32, Tanner Powell.
So Tanner Powell will come up. This is his first start of the spring for the Stars. And he'll take the first fastball high and away, ball one. Came in as a replacement in both games yesterday and scored a run in the Stars game against East Central. And front door breaking ball that time doesn't come back in far enough. 2-0. And the fastball that time off the hands and late to it, 2-1 with 2 outs. And another fastball, this one knee high taken, 2-2 now. And curveball swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll bring it into the first. The score 1-0 Cougars.
Off the second for St. Charles, the designated hitter, number 37, Kyle Baker.
So Foss will get things set once again here in the top of the second. Stars went down 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the first. And first pitch fastball low and away, ball one. And this fastball grounded past the third baseman down the line. Simonelli will have it in left field foul territory, and it'll only be a single to start things off here in the second.
Now batting for the Cougars, right fielder, number 20, Darian Crisp.
I'll bring in the 7 hole for the Cougars with 1 on board, nobody out. First pitch changeup taken for a strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. And slider that time grounded back up the middle. Showalter will take it, step on second, and the throw to first is high. So they will have to be content. And they're going to say that he was safe at the bat at second base, that Showalter never touched it. And Coach Lester's going to come out and ask about it. And that'll bring in number 28 hitting in the 8-hole. And runners at first and second, nobody out. And the fastball low that time, 1-0. And that fastball fouled straight back and out of play. Even count once again at 1-1. And slider that time is outside. 2-1 from Foss. Still nobody out here in the top of the second. And fastball high and away. 3-1 now. And cutter that time, they're going to say that he went. That'll run the count full now, 3-2. And it looked like it would have been a strike either way. So the payoff pitch from Foss coming up. And that slider is outside for ball 4, and that'll load up the bases. Still nobody out.
Now batting for St. Charles, left fielder, number 14, Luke Erickson.
And we're going to have time called as Coach Dow heads out to the mound. So we'll take a quick break and be right back. And we'll get set to resume play here in the top of the second. Nobody out and bases loaded. And the 9-hole coming in to bat for the Cougars. And first pitch slider finds the back door, 0-1. Yeah, high and away fastball. This ball is thrown into left field. And run will come in to score. So now a 1-1 count, nobody out. And runners at first and second. And he squares around, bunts one down the third baseline, and it stays fair as they tried to let it roll foul after it caught the lip of the grass, but it stays in fair territory for a bunt.
Back to the top of the order for the Cougars, second baseman, number 6, Connor Earlywine.
So I'll bring the top of the order. Grounded out to the second baseman his last time up. And first pitch slider down the middle, taken for a strike, 0-1. And fastball that time swung on and missed. 0-2. And this one's lined back up the middle to the shortstop. The flip to second in time. The throw to first is in time. And it'll be a double play, but a run will come in to score. So 2 outs now for Foss. Runner on third.
Charles, shortstop, number 2, Ethan Edinger.
And he batter grounded out to the shortstop last time. First pitch fastball on the outside, taken for a strike, 0-1. And fastball that time low and away. Murphy keeps it in front of him, 1-1. Fastball high and in, swung on and missed, unable to get on top of it. 1-2 now, the count for Foss. And slider that time didn't look right coming out of the hand, and it was outside, 2-2. And this one's capped over to the shortstop. Showalter has it on the run, and it's in and out of his glove. And a run will come in to score on the error.
Now stepping to the plate for the Cougars, third baseman, number 12, Nick Beach.
Bring in the 3-hole. He reached on an error in his last appearance. This one's lined into right center. Tolley ranging back towards the fence, and it's going to get over the fence. A 2-run home run.
And that's a home run for number 12, Nick Beach. Now batting, center fielder, number 5, Aiden Heberly.
And they'll bring in the cleanup batter. He's 1 for 1 today with a double. And that fastball's high and in, ball 1. And slider that time high and away, 1-1. And the fastball that time foul tip and unable to catch up to the high fastball. 2-1 the count. And change up inside. 3-1 now from Foss. And slider outside for ball 4. And he will be aboard with a walk following the home run. And that will be the end of Foss's outing as Coach Dow heads back out on the mound. So we'll have a pitching change and be right back. All right, so we'll get
Now
set to
batting
resume
catcher,
play.
number 1, Grant Hubner.
Now on the mound for the Stars is Colin Reed. He'll come in relief here in the second. And first pitch curveball looks like. Taken low, ball 1. And pick to first, and the runner's back in time on the dive. A relatively close play at the bag. 1-0 count at home plate with 2 away here in the top of the second. Another pick, and this time even closer, but they're still going to say that he's safe. Batting for the Cougars is the 5-hole number 1. He lined out to center his last time up. And this curveball is given a drive to left center, and Tolley will give chase, and it is going to be over the fence for a solo home run.
That's a home run for number 1, Grant Hubner. Now batting for the Cougars, designated hitter, number 37, Kyle Maker.
And fastball that time from Reed, low and in. 1-0. Another fastball. This one swung on and missed. Even count. And fastball low and in. 2-1 the count now. And fastball that time fouled back and out of play. 2-2 now the count at home plate. And the curveball outside. Full count now on the mound. Still 2 outs here in the top of the second. And that one runs in and hits him in the elbow.
Batting for the Cougars, right fielder, number 20, Darian Crisp.
So I'll bring in the 7-hole, and he will take the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. And fastball that time's high and away, 2-0 the count. And runner takes off for second, and he will be there standing up. 2-1 the count. Another high fastball, 3-1 now from Reed. And this fastball is given a ride to right field. And Powell will look up, and that one's gone. Another 2-run home run here in the second.
That's a home run for number 20, Darian Crisp. Now batting first baseman, number 28, Tandem Webb Taft.
And first pitch curveball from Reed, taken down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Another curveball, and they're going to say that he went on it, 0-2 now. And another curveball, this one outside, 1-2 now the count. And that curveball drops in for strike 3, and that will bring it into the top of the second. Score now 10-0 Cougars, and we'll be back for the bottom half. Leading things off.
For the Stars in the second, designated hitter, number 11, Jacob Ambrose.
So Jacob Ambrose leading things off. The 4, 5, and 6 are due up. Ambrose the designated hitter in this game. First pitch fastball is low and in, ball 1. Another fastball low, 2-0 the count now at home plate. And a fastball in the outside corner catches it, 2-1. And a curveball grounded to the shortstop. He has it. The throw to first in time. And that'll be the first out here in the bottom half of the second. I'll bring in the second baseman, Chase Irby.
Coming to the plate for South Arkansas, second baseman, number 13, Chase Irby.
And fastball that time up and away, 1-0. And fastball that time fouled back and out of play. Even count at 1-1 with 1 away here in the bottom of the second. And that fastball low and in, 2-1 now to Irby at home plate. And backdoor curveball low, 3-1 now the count. And the fastball catches the outside part of the plate, 3-2. So the payoff pitch coming up as Irby steps in. The delivery and the pitch. And the fastball popped up. It seems to be out of play. There it goes. So another 3-2 count for Irby. pitch is going to be high for ball 4, and Irby will be aboard with a 1-out walk. First base runner of the day for the Stars.
Now batting for the Stars, catcher number 12, Gavin Murphy.
I'll bring in Gavin Murphy. He's been catching this one. He'll have a runner on here in the second. And first pitch breaking ball low, ball 1. Another fastball, this one low and away. 2-0 the count now. And pick to first. And the tag at first was not in time because although Irby had made a quick shuffle to second base. 2-0 the count at home plate with 1 away. Another pick move, and this time Irby much closer to the bag and able to get back standing. And backdoor breaking ball again misses. 3-0 the count now to Murphy. And fastball catches the outside part of the plate. 3-1. This fastball grounded to the third baseman. The throw to second is in time, and there will be no throw as Murphy reaches on the fielder's choice. So 2 outs now, still a runner at first.
Now batting for South Arkansas, center fielder number 22, Kyle Tolley.
And I'll bring in Kyle Tolley. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second. And first pitch breaking ball is taken for a ball as Murphy stays put. As a catcher from the Cougars is able to keep it in front of him. Another backdoor breaking ball. This one foul tip. 1-1 now. And another pick. And Murphy is back standing at first base. 1-1 count with 2 away. And curveball that time drops in. 1-2 now. And fastball just under it, fouled straight back. Stays put at 1-2. And that fastball is hitting to right field. The right fielder running in for it. And he's going to let it drop. And Murphy will round second and be safe at third. And that will be the Stars' first hit of the game. So there'll be a single for Kyle Tolley.
Number 4, first baseman, Bo Cootencooler.
And they'll bring in Bo Cootencooler with 2 outs and runners at the corners. Had a double in last night's game against East Central. And first pitch fastball high, foul tipped and hung on by the catcher. 0-1 count. And this one's lined into left field. It's going to get down in front of the left fielder. And Cootencooler will have an RBI single. And that'll put the Stars on the scoreboard. Score is now 10-1.
Now stepping to the plate for South Arkansas, shortstop, number 8, Alex Showalter.
And Showalter had 4 RBIs yesterday in the 2 games that the Stars played. And he'll have his first AB here. And the backdoor breaking ball grounded to the second baseman. It's into right field after the diving play. Tolley rounds third, heads home, and he is safe. And Showalter will have an RBI single as well. Still runners at first and second.
Back to the top of the order for the Stars. Third baseman, number 6, Gabe Kutencooler.
I'll bring in the top of the order. Gabe Kutencooler steps in. He grounded out to the shortstop. His first AB of the day. He'll come in with 2 outs. And he will take the first pitch fastball low, ball 1. And that one's off of Kutencooler's foot. And he will be aboard on the hit by pitch. And that will load the bases. I'll bring in Ty Simonelli. We're going to have time called, so we'll take a quick break and be right back. So now batting will be Ty Simonelli. Cougars leave their pitcher in, and it doesn't look like anybody's warming up in the bullpen yet for him. And he will take the first pitch breaking ball in the dirt, 1-0. Another front door breaking ball. This one swung on and missed. Even count now at 1-1. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. And 2 runs have come across for the Stars. And it looked like changeup that time. Bounces towards home plate, 2-1. And fastball that time is outside. 3-1 now, the count to Simonelli. And that fastball hits Simonelli in the backside, and that will score a run on the hit by pitch.
Now batting for South Arkansas, right fielder, number 32, Tanner Powell.
So Tanner Powell will step in, and we'll see if he can keep things going. 2 back-to-back hit by pitches, and he will take the first pitch fastball. I believe it's going to be called inside, 1-0. And this fastball does find the zone, even count, 1-1. And the front door breaking ball doesn't come back in far enough. 2-1 now, the count at home plate. And Powell fouls one off of his ankle. An even count now at 2-2 once again. And the 2-2. And then the curveball grounded foul down the third base side. Things will stay put at 2-2 now. And some action in the Cougars bullpen. Two arms warming up, both right-handers. One of them appears to be a side armor. So Powell set. And he will watch the curveball, and it is going to ring him up for the third strike on the outside corner. So at the end of 2 innings, the score 10-3 Cougars, and we'll be back for the top of the third. And welcome back for the top half of the third.
Left fielder, number 14.
Now pitching for the Stars, KJ Battles. He'll be faced with the 2, 3, and 4. And first pitch fastball in the outside corner taken for a strike. I'm sorry, he'll have the 9-hole to start off. 0-1 count. That fastball finds the zone on the inside part, 0-2. And this fastball off the cap into shallow center. It's going to fall in front of Tolley, and he will be aboard with a leadoff single. And I'll bring in the top of the order now.
St. Charles, second baseman, number 6, Connor Earlywine.
Grounded into a double play his last time up. And that fastball down the middle, taken for a strike, 0-1. And the pick to first, they're going to have him dead to rights, and they'll be in a rundown. Showalter, the throw to Battles covering first is in time, and that'll be the first out. And this fastball off the hands into shallow left. It falls in front of Simonelli. And another single.
Now coming to the plate, shortstop number 2, Ethan Edinger.
Batter coming up now reached on an error. one away here in the top of the third. Another pick off. And this time they're going to be safe at first base. And curveball that time drops in for a strike. 0-1 the count at home plate. And another curveball on the inside part. This one low and in. Even count now at 1 apiece. And pick off to first. And he'll be back safely on the dive. Still a 1-1 count. And that curveball, I'm going to assume crosses high because it was over the plate. 2-1 now.
To Ethan Edinger. Now batting for the Cougars, third baseman, number 12, Nick Beach.
And they'll bring in the 3-hole now with 1 out. Fastball taken down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Curveball, that time waved out and missed. 0-2 now for Battles. And the curveball lined past the second baseman into right field. Powell will sit on it, and it'll be a single.
Now batting, center fielder, number 5, Aiden Heberly.
And I'll bring in the cleanup batter for the Cougars. 1 for 1 today with a walk. And that curveball low and away, 1-0. And change up that time. Too far inside, 2-0. And runner takes off. Fastball swung on and missed, and the throw is not in time. 2-1 the count as the runner moves up 90 feet to second base. And the slider outside, low in the dirt, swung on and missed. Even count now at 2 apiece for Battles on the mound. And that fastball foul tip as he was able to get the bat around just enough to foul tip it off the hands. 2-2 the count still. And that one bounces away from Murphy behind home plate, and the runner will move up 90 feet. And it'll also load up the count, 3-2 now, with 1 out here in the top of the third. And now the Stars infield playing in on the grass. And that fastball high for ball 4. So runners at the corners now.
Now batting for St. Charles, catcher, number 1, Grant Eubner.
And we're going to have time called as Coach Dow heads out to the mound. So we'll take a break and be right back. And welcome back, as Battles will stay out on the mound for the Stars. And the 5-hole coming up. He'll come up with the runners at the corners. And first pitch fastball on the outside part of the plate, taken for a strike. 0-1. And the pick to first. The tag not in time, as he'll be back safely on the dive. 0-1 count at home plate. Another pick to first. Again, safe on the dive, this time a little bit closer. Runner takes off for second, the curveball in the dirt, and he will be there safely. And a 1-1 count now at home plate, as the Cougars will have 2 runners in scoring position now. And infield playing in this time. Curveball drops in for a strike down the middle, 1-2. And another curveball in the dirt. 2-2 now, as the count evens back up once again. Another curveball in the dirt, this time outside as well. And the full count now for Battles on the mound. And fastball that time is swung on and fouled straight back and out of play. Another full count pitch delivery from Battles coming up. And that fastball is high for ball 4. And that will load up the bases now with 1 away.
Now batting for St. Charles, designated hitter, number 37, Kyle Mager.
And first pitch is swung on and missed in the dirt. 0-1 for Battles on the mound. And this batter was hit by a pitch in his last appearance. I believe he wore one off the elbow. And high fastball that time laid off. Even count, 1-1. And a curveball giving a drive to center field. Tolley is going to watch that one go over the fence. A grand slam, and that will put the Cougars up 16-3.
That's a grand slam for number 37, Kyle Mager.
And we're going to have time called as Coach Dow calls for a pitching change. I believe Connor Pierce will be coming in to pitch, so we'll take a quick break and be right back. And welcome back for the top half of the third. Connor Pierce pitching for the Stars as the first fastball lown away, ball one. And another fastball, this one low, I would assume, 2-0. And that fastball is inside. And he's able to dance out of the way of that one. 3-0 the count now from Pierce. And that will be low for ball four. And it'll be a walk.
Now batting for St. Charles, first baseman, number 28, Camden Webb Tate.
And we're going to have a pinch runner coming in. Number 11 checking in for number 20.
Pinch running at first, number 11, Ryan McDonald.
So number 28 for the Cougars will step in. He struck out his last time out. And first pitch, fastball taken for a strike. And a pickoff move to first. The tag not in time. 0-1 count at home plate with one away. And fastball foul tipped. 0-2 now at home plate. And the slider swung on and missed for strike three. And that'll be the second out here in the third. And he'll bring in the 9-hole, number 14. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And that fastball's inside, ball one. And breaking ball gets by Murphy behind home plate. And the runner will move up 90 feet to second base. And it'll be a 2-0 count at home plate now. And looked like changeup that time catches the high and away corner. 2-1 now. And fastball swung on, foul tip. Even count now for Pierce on the mound, 2-2. And another foul tip at home plate. Still a 2-2 count with 2 away here in the top of the third. And the slider swung on and missed for the third strike, and that will bring it into the top of the third. The score now is 16-3. And that will head to the bottom of the third. Due up for the Stars is the 4, 5, and 6, Ambrose, Irby, and Murphy.
Now playing left field
Ambrose
for the
grounded out to the
Cougars, number
shortstop
3,
his last time
Dylan
up.
Smale. Leading off for the Stars, number 11, Jacob Ambrose.
And he will swing on the first pitch fastball, fouled and out of play. 0-1 count now for Ambrose. And curveball that time, he's under it and straight back on the foul ball. 0-2 now for Ambrose. Another fastball, this one fouled straight back as well. Still a 0-2 count. And looked like changeup that time on the outside. A little too far outside, 1-2. And Ambrose gives one a ride to left field. If it's fair, it's gone. And it'll be a home run for Ambrose to lead off things in the third. And that one, Ambrose's second of the weekend. He had a solo shot last night against East Central.
Now batting for the Stars, second baseman, number 13, Chase Irby.
I'll bring in Chase Irby following the solo shot. And he will take the first pitch outside, 1-0. And that curveball drops in for a strike. Even count, 1-1. Another breaking ball and unable to get the backdoor slider to locate, 2-1. And Irby pops this one up into shallow center, and it's going to be caught by the shortstop ranging into center field, and that'll be the first out.
Now batting for South Arkansas, catcher number 12, Gavin Murphy.
Gavin Murphy will step in. He's 0 for 1, but reached on a fielder's choice last time up. He'll come up with one out here in the bottom of the third. And first pitch breaking ball does not come back in, 1-0. And fastball that time, taken for a strike. 1-1. This fastball grounded to the third baseman and into left field. And Murphy will be aboard with a single. Now bring in the center fielder, Kyle Tolley.
For the Stars, center fielder number 22, Kyle Tolley.
Tolley had a single his last time up. And he lines one into left field between the third baseman and shortstop. Another single for him. And ball kicked away from the left fielder, but they're going to stay put going base to base. So back-to-back singles.
Now batting for South Arkansas, first baseman number 4, Cooler.
So they'll bring in Bo Cooler. And we're going to have time called as the catcher heads out to the mound.
That's Bo Cougar.
And a little bit of action in the Cougars bullpen. Looks like they have somebody getting warm. So the pitch. And the backdoor breaking ball taken for a strike, 0-1. Another one, this time lined foul down the third base line. So quickly an 0-2 count for Coot and Cooler. And this one in the dirt, bounces and gets away from the catcher, and both runners are going to advance. Runners at second and third now, and a 1-2 count at home plate. So the pitch. This one lined back up the middle. The second baseman dives in the hole. The throw to first is in time. It'll be an RBI. And they're going to throw across to third and get Kyle Tolley out at third base as he tries to dive back to the bag. A run will come in to score. So the score is now 16-5 Stars. And we'll head to the top of the fourth. Yeah, welcome back for the top of the fourth. Pierce back out on the mound for the Stars. And first pitch called the ball, 1-0. And another pitch, this time low and in, taken. 2-0 the count. And a pinch hitter coming in for the Cougars, number 7 checking in the leadoff spot. And he lines one at the second baseman. Irby picks it up off the dirt, and the throw is in time for the first out.
Now batting for the Cougars, shortstop number 2, Ethan Edinger.
So Pierce gets a quick ground out to start things here in the 4th. And fastball outside, taken for ball, 1-0. And that pitch high and away. 2-0 the count now. And that fastball is given a ride to center. And Tolley's going to watch that one sail out of here.
And that's another home run for Ethan Edinger. Now batting third baseman, number 12, Nick Beach.
So number 12 will come in to bat now. And first pitch change up on the outside, taken for a strike, 0-1. And this fastball is lined into left field. It's going to get down in front of Simonelli, and he'll be aboard with a single. And we're going to have time called as Coach Dow heads out to the mound, so we'll take a break and be right back.
Now batting for the Cougars, center fielder number 5, Aiden Heberly.
Welcome back in the top half of the 4th. Luke Eaton now on the mound for the Stars. And first pitch swung on and fouled, 0-1. He'll be tasked with leading off his appearance with the 4, 5, and 6 batters for the Cougars. And this one's popped up in the shallow right. Irby appears to be calling for it. And he ranges onto the grass to make the grab for the second out. And they'll bring in the 5-hole number
Now
1.
stepping to the plate for the Cougars, catcher number 1, Grant Hubner.
And first pitch fastball high and in. 1-0 the count. Runner on first with 2 outs. Slider that time low. 2-0 the count now. Another slider swung on and fouled out of play. 2-1 now the count for Eaton. And that fastball runs in and hits him. And he will head down to first base on the hit by pitch.
Pitch hitting for St. Charles, number 8, Joseph Mendiola.
And slider that time catches the zone. 0-1. And that fastball finds the middle of the zone as well. 0-2 now. And that slider's hitting to left center, and Tolley ranges for it, and he makes the grab for the third out. So we'll head to the bottom of the fourth. The score is 17-5. And welcome back for the bottom of the fourth. Due up for the Stars is the 9-1 and 2, Showalter, Cooler, and Simonelli.
For the Stars, shortstop number 8, Alex Showalter.
So Showalter will step in. He's 1 for 1 with a single today. Yeah, first pitch fastball swung on and fouled out of play, 0-1. And this fastball swung on and fouled. He's over the top of that one. 0-2 now. And that one is swung on and missed for strike 3. And he's going to watch that one. And the throw down to first will be in plenty of time. And the strikeout will stand. So that'll be the first out.
Now batting for Southern Arkansas, third baseman number 6, Gabe Cooler.
That'll bring in the top of the order as Cooler steps in. He was hit by a pitch in his last appearance. And that fastball up around the eyes for ball 1. This fastball grounded to the second baseman. And the throw to first will be in time for the second out. So Simonelli will step in. He was also hit by a pitch in his last appearance.
Left fielder number 2, Ty Simonelli.
First pitch fastball down the middle for strike 1. 0-1 count. And another fastball. This one fouled straight back. 0-2 the count now to Simonelli. And that pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. We'll head to the top of the fifth. The score's still 17-5. All right, so we're set for the top of the fifth.
Right fielder, number 11, Ryan McDonald.
Luke Eaton will be back on the mound, and coming in right field as a defensive replacement is Cade Rohde. He'll be checking in for Tanner Powell. And first pitch changeup called a strike. 0-1. Fastball that time outside. 1-1 count from Eaton. Slider that time on the inside and upside. 2-1. And we're going to have a new ball. So 2-1 count from Eaton coming up. And that pitch will be high as well. 3-1 now. And that fastball going to be on the outside corner, called a strike. Full count now for Eaton. And that fastball down the middle. And I assume it's going to be called low for ball 4. So it'll be a leadoff walk here in the 5th.
For St. Charles, first baseman, number 23, Edward Ushold.
So runner on first, nobody out. And that fastball high, ball 1. This fastball swung on and fouled straight back and out of play. Even count at 1-1. Slider grounded to the third baseman. It's off Kutencooler's glove. The throw to second is in time. And they'll just be content to take the one out at second base. As the batter will reach on the fielder's choice.
Now batting for St. Charles, left fielder, number 3, Dylan Smale.
So 1 out now for Eaton on the mound. And first pitch slider taken for a strike down the middle, 0-1. Fastball inside, taken for a strike, 0-2. And the slider lined out of the reach of the second baseman. Brody has it, and he will get it in. And after that single, there'll be runners at first and second with nobody out. And the top of the order due up for the Cougars.
Second baseman, number 7, Henry Kufa.
And first pitch inside and low, ball 1. And pick to second. And no tag is applied. Irby was able to keep a hold of it. 1-0 count at home plate with 1 away. This one grounded to the shortstop. Showalter has it. Throw to second is nowhere near in time, and all runners will be safe. And that'll load up the bases with 1 out.
Now batting for St. Charles, shortstop number 2, Ethan Edinger.
And first pitch right down the middle, taken for a strike, 0-1. And that fastball low and away. Even count at 1-1 for Eaton. And that slider taken on the outside corner. 1-2 now. Another slider, this one fouled down the third base line. Still a 1-2 count with one away. And that fastball on the outside corner gets the strike 3 call. That'll be the second out here. So 2 away now with the bases loaded.
For the Cougars, third baseman number 12, Nick Beach.
And changeup that time comes back in, taken for a strike, 0-1. Fastball grounded back up the middle. Showalter unable to make the play in center. The throw from KT in center field is cut off by Kutenkooler, and 2 runs will come in to score. Score now 19-5.
Now batting for St. Charles, center fielder number 5, Aiden Heberly.
And slider that time gets the outside call, 0-1. And changeup that time low and away, 1-1 count. Another slider, this one low and away. 2-1 the count now from Eaton. Runners at first and second with 2 away here in the top of the 5th. And this fastball is hit into right field. Rhodey ranging back towards the track. And it's going to be over the fence, a 3-run homer.
And that's a home run for number 5, Aiden Heberly. Now batting for the Cougars, catcher number 19, Logan Ripper.
And that slider gets the outside call, 0-1. Another slider swung on and missed, 0-2 now from Eaton. And that slider's fouled out of play. Still an 0-2 count. And that slider taken for strike 3, and that will end the top half of the 5th. The score 22-5. And welcome back for the bottom half of the
Now
fifth.
for the Stars, right fielder, number 27, Cade Rohde.
Cade Rohde coming in to get his plate appearance. He came in as a defensive replacement last inning in right field for Tanner Powell. Following him will be Jacob Ambrose, and after that will be Yadi Canales. And he swings and hits one into the right field corner, and it's going to get down. He'll have at least a double, and they're going to hold him up at second base. A leadoff double for Rohde. And that'll get things going for the Stars here in the bottom of the fifth.
For Southern Arkansas, the designated hitter, number 11, Jacob Ambrose.
So Ambrose will step in. And he will swing on the first pitch fastball, 0-1. Slider that time, low and away, swung on and missed, 0-2. And the slider that time popped up and out of play. A 1-2 count for Ambrose at home plate. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. The Stars need to score 7 runs to keep the game going. And slider in the dirt that time laid off. Even count now for Ambrose, 2-2. And fastball away that time. 3-2 now for Ambrose. And fastball down the middle for strike 3, and he'll head back to the dugout. First out here in the bottom of the fifth. Now batting Yadi Canales.
Pinch hitting for the Stars, number 16, Yadi Canales.
And that fastball gets away. And a balk was called, so I believe that's a no pitch. So Rohde will move up to third with 1 out. And the fastball outside, swung on and missed, 0-1. Fastball that time low. Even count, 1-1 for Canales. And that one in the dirt gets away from the catcher, and Rohde will come in to score. The 2-1 count for Canales at home plate with one away. This one's lined left and foul of the third baseline. 2-2 count now for Canales. And slider swung on and missed for strike 3. That'll be the second out. And the Stars down to their last out here. And that'll bring in Ian McCubbin.
Now pinch hitting for the Stars, number 20, Ian McCubbin.
And he will take the first pitch fastball low and in, ball 1. That fastball bounced over the pitcher. The second baseman has it on the run. The throw to first, well over his head. He heads to second base on the errant throw. And he will be at second base safely. I'll bring in the center fielder, Kyle Tolley.
Center fielder, 22, Kyle Tolley.
2 outs here. And first pitch fastball taken for a strike. 0-1. And pitcher will step off. That'll be his one for the AB. And that fastball swung on at foul tip. 0-2 now for Tolley. So the 0-2 to Tolley coming up. And the pitch. Slider for strike 3, and that's the ball game.